She barged into my apartment like a storm. No knock, no hesitation, just slammed the door open and started shouting, "You're ruining everything!" Her voice cracked with rage, but I stayed seated, calm, watching her unravel. Because this wasn't really about the wedding. It was about the lie my family built years ago. And tonight, I was finally tearing it down. I remember the night they told me I was on my own. I was 18, naive, hungry for their approval. College letters sat on the kitchen table, acceptance offers I had worked my bones to earn. I asked for help, just enough to cover tuition, not a gift, not charity, just help. My father didn't even look up from his newspaper. My mother's words were ice. "If you want college, pay for it yourself. We won't throw money away on something useless." I remember the silence afterward, my throat burning with words I didn't say. My sister smirking, knowing she'd never hear those words aimed at her. That night, I made myself a promise. I'd never ask them for a single dime again. So I built myself from the ground up. Loans, double shifts, nights spent studying under fluorescent lights while they slept comfortably, their money reserved for vacations and indulgences. I survived, graduated, worked, every scar turned into armor. And now, years later, I had something they wanted. It started with a phone call. My mother's tone was sweet, rehearsed. She never called unless she wanted something. "Your sister's wedding is coming. It's going to be big, beautiful. We want you to contribute. 150,000 should cover your share." Your share, as if I owed them, as if blood gave them the right to carve into me. I almost laughed, but instead I reminded her of something. "I asked you once for help. You told me no. Remember?" Silence on the line. Then a clipped, defensive, "That was different." Different. Convenient. I refused. Clear, sharp, no room for negotiation. That's when the messages started. Guilt-laced, manipulative, then angry, then desperate, and finally, the storm in my apartment, my sister herself. She stood in front of me now, her face red, her hands shaking. "You have the money. You're selfish, cruel. Do you want me to look like a joke in front of everyone?" I let her words hang in the air. Then I rose, slowly, deliberately. "You want me to pay for a wedding?" I said quietly, "when no one paid for my future?" Her eyes darted, defensive. "That's not the same." "It's exactly the same." She tried a different angle. Tears. "You don't understand what this means to me. Please, just this once." That line struck me like déjà vu. The same begging tone I had used at 18. The same plea for support. Only difference? I learned then that in my family, no was final. So I gave it back to her, word for word. "If you want it, pay for it yourself." Her face broke. The silence between us was thick, violent. She wasn't used to hearing no, especially not from me. She lunged, knocking a glass off the table, shattering it across the floor. She screamed that I'd regret this, that I was heartless. But all I felt was clarity. The next week, whispers spread through the family. My parents called me ungrateful. Relatives painted me as the villain. But every insult rolled off, because behind their words was the truth they couldn't face. I had beaten them at their own game. They raised me on indifference, on refusal, on abandonment disguised as teaching responsibility. And now they were choking on their own lesson. The wedding went on, but smaller, stripped of its grandeur, corners cut, vendors unpaid until the last second. I didn't attend, but I saw the photos online. The smiles stretched thin, the flowers already wilting. A celebration built on debt and desperation. Meanwhile, I stayed home, alone, at peace. When people ask me why I didn't help, I tell them the truth. Family isn't measured in blood. It's measured in who shows up when it matters. They didn't show up for me, so I stopped showing up for them. Simple, Clean, final. I don't regret it. Because that night in my apartment, when my sister screamed and cursed me, I realized something. They never wanted me to succeed. They only wanted to control what I earned. And by refusing them, I took back everything they ever denied me. My voice, my power, my freedom. The best revenge isn't screaming. It isn't violence. It's silence. It's control. It's looking your betrayers in the eye and calmly returning the words they once used to destroy you. If you want it, pay for it yourself.